So on Wednesday, we know
yes.
now. The judge has the jurors come back. Monday and Tuesday are likely going to be the judge and the attorneys setting up the parameters and dealing with some of the logistics. On Monday, you're going to, on Wednesday, you're going to hear the prosecution that's going to start with an opening statement, very similar to what we've already seen, except now we're going to be dealing with much more of the the emotion of the victims and also the emotion of the defendant and the defendant's family coming out. And certainly the defense is going to try to appeal to the emotions of these jurors as they make a determination as to what his penalty is going to be.
This is a long weekend for those jurors now. What has to be going through their heads when they know they can walk out of that courtroom now having made this decision, but yet have not a much bigger decision, but a just as weighty decision coming?
Well, I think the fact that, as Mark said, that the jurors were in fact crying as the verdicts were being read, I think is very telling as to how they're feeling and what's going on and the gravity of the decision that they have to face. It's, I think it's one thing intellectually for a prosecutor, for example, to file a death penalty request. It's another thing for the jurors to actually have that on their mind and on their conscience and spend the rest of their life knowing that it doesn't matter what they decide and what happens, one side or the other is going to be very upset. And ultimately, this is going to be a life-changing process for them.
This will be a life or death decision.
Very, very literally it is, yes.